Hello, students. How are you all? I think you are fine. Let us start our second year chapter, that is electric charges and fields. This is one of the important chapter. Here we have to discuss the first basic topic. Here it is. Actually, this electric charges and fields where you can apply here. ఫస్ట్ అయితే ఈ దిస్ టాపిక్ ఈజ్ బేసికల్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్ అ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ electromagnetism. In this electromagnetism, again we can divide as electrostatics and electrodynamics. Electrostatics and electrodynamics. అంటే ఇది మనకు ఫస్ట్ చాప్టర్లో ఉందాము. ఓకే, ఇన్ దిస్ electrostatics, actually this electromagnetism can be divided into electrostatics and electrodynamics. Electrostatics, if you divide it like this, electro means which relates to charge and statics means charges are at rest. That's why electrostatics ante ardham charges are at rest. Charges are at rest. This is what we have electrostatics. Electrodynamics, charges are in motion. Dynamics, nothing but motion. That's why they are calling it as charges are in motion. Charges are in motion. Again, this electrostatics, further we divide electric charges and fields, electrostatic potential and capacitance. అంటే ఇవన్నీ మనం దీంట్లో డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం. ఎలక్ట్రోడైనమిక్స్, కరెంట్, ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ, మూవింగ్ చార్జెస్ అండ్ మ్యాగ్నెటిజం అండ్ మ్యాటర్, ఆల్టర్నేటింగ్ కరెంట్ అంటే ఏసీ కరెంట్. ఓకే, హియర్ వీ హ్యావ్ డీసీ కరెంట్. లైక్ దిస్ వీ కెన్ క్లాసిఫై electromagnetism as electrostatics and electrodynamics. First, in our chapter, in our syllabus, we have the first topic here, it is electrostatics. In this electrostatics we have electric charges and fields. అంటే దీని గురించి మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే, దీని గురించి మనం డిస్కస్ చేయాలంటే ఫస్ట్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఛార్జ్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఛార్జ్? ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఛార్జ్ అంటే ఏమిటి అది మనం డిస్కస్ చేయాలి. వాట్ ఈజ్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఛార్జ్? ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఛార్జ్ బేసిక్ అంటే లోవర్ క్లాసెస్లో దీని గురించి మనం డిస్కస్ చేసాం. దిస్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఛార్జ్ కమింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ గ్రీక్ వర్డ్ and it may be invented in 600 BC. ఓకే, ఆ 600 BC టైంలో ఈ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఛార్జ్ని ఇన్వెన్షన్ చేయడం జరిగింది. అండ్ దిస్ ఈజ్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఛార్జ్ ఇస్ ఏ గ్రీక్ వర్డ్. ఓకే, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏ గ్రీక్ వర్డ్. ఓకే, అది ఆల్రెడీ వి డిస్కస్డ్ ఇన్ లోవర్ క్లాసెస్. బట్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్, వీ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు గో దట్ బేసిక్ టాపిక్ హియర్. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్, in our syllabus, what is electric charge? What is electric charge? Electric charge means what? Here basically electric charge is a fundamental property. It is a basic property, or we can say that it is an intrinsic property. It is an intrinsic property of matter. It is a basic property of matter, or we can say it is a fundamental property of matter. Fundamental property of matter in which this charge experiences electric as well as a magnetic fields. అంటే ఈ ఛార్జ్ అనేది ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఫీల్డ్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్లో ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అవుతున్నాం. ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ ద ఎలక్ట్రిక్ ఛార్జ్. ఆల్రెడీ యు నో దిస్ ఛార్జ్ ఈజ్ we can have the addition of charge or deficiency of charge, excess of charge, which gives the basic evidence of the intrinsic property of matter. And we can also say that the electric charge is a scalar quantity. Okay, and we have some properties also we have to discuss here. Okay, first we have to tell the what is electric charge, and we will discuss here. Okay, first this is what we have classification. First you have to write this one. After writing this, we have to discuss what is electric charge. Okay, just you pass and write the notes. Next we have what is electric charge and what are the properties of electric charge, that we have to discuss here. First of all, we have to discuss electric charge. Electric charge. Electric charge means it is an intrinsic property of matter, or we can say the basic fundamental property we can explain here. It is the fundamental property of matter. It is the fundamental property of matter. Fundamental property of matter. Fundamental property of matter due to which it experiences or we can say due to which the matter experiences the electric and magnetic fields. The electric and magnetic fields. That is what we have, the first one, electric and magnetic fields. And we can also say that it is an intrinsic property. It is an, what is the meaning of intrinsic? Intrinsic means fundamental, అంటే దానికంటే కింద ఉండదమ్మా, అదే బేసిక్ ప్రాపర్టీ అమ్మ. ఇట్ ఈస్ అన్ ఇంట్రెన్సిక్ ప్రాపర్టీ. It is an intrinsic property. That is also, we can say that. And we can also say that in the now discuss here the excess of charge. Excess of charges or deficiency of charge. Deficiency of charge. అంటే మనకు ఫర్దర్గా మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం. ఎప్పుడు మనకు చార్జెస్ ఎక్సెస్ అవుతాయి, ఎప్పుడు మనకు చార్జెస్ డెఫిషియన్స్ అవుతాయి, అంటే లాస్ ఆఫ్ చార్జ్ అండ్ గెయిన్ ఆఫ్ చార్జ్. దట్ ఆల్సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు డిస్కస్ హియర్. లాస్ ఆఫ్ చార్జ్ ఆర్ గెయిన్ ఆఫ్ చార్జ్ ఆర్ ఎక్సెస్ ఆర్ డెఫిషియన్సీ ఆఫ్ చార్జ్. అండ్ ఫర్దర్ వీ కెన్ సే that excess and deficiency is charge is nothing but they are calling it as ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్. వాటిని మనం ఫైనల్గా ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అనేది మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే, ద ఎక్సెస్ ఆర్ డెఫిషియన్సీ ఆఫ్ చార్జెస్ ఇన్ ఎ బాడీ, డెఫిషియన్సీ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఇన్ ఎ బాడీ gives the basic concept of charge. Okay, that is what we have discussed here. And next further property we can also explain dini idi, it can be represented with a letter capital Q. Okay, and it is also a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. It can be represented with the letter Q. Q is nothing but I into T. Already you know, in 10th class we discussed I is equal to Q by T, and here Q is equal to IT, or we can also write Q is equal to I can also be written as ampere into time. Like this we can, the dimension formula is, how can you write? Q is equal to A into T. Okay, and we can also say that it has, the charges are of two types. One is positive charge. Okay, and we have two types of charges. One is positive charge, another one is a negative charge. positive charge and negative charge. How you will get a positive charge? The positive charge అనేది మనకి ఎప్పుడు వస్తుందంటే gain of electrons. When a body gains some electrons, then it will become a positive charge. And when a body loses some electrons, the loss of electrons, when a body loses some electrons, it becomes a negative charge. Okay, like this we can explain about electric charge. And a charge అనేది అర్థం ఏమిటరా? It is a fundamental property, it is a basic property, or we can say it is an intrinsic property of matter. And you can say that because of that charge present in that matter, it experiencing electric as well as magnetic fields. Okay, electric field magnetic field experience అవుతున్నాము. And we can also say that excess of charges or deficiency of electrons, excess of charges, or we can say excess of electrons, charges and electrons, the excess of electrons or a deficiency of electrons in a body gives the basic concept, and it is a scalar quantity. And the dimensional formula, we can also say that the intrinsic property of matter, not only this one, matter intrinsic property can also be called as mass. Mass is also intrinsic property of matter. Electric charge is also intrinsic property of matter. That means mass and charge both are same, or some similarities are there, or there will be some differences are there. That also we will discuss here. Okay, we have to difference between mass and charge. Both are intrinsic properties, both are basic properties, but there will be some any differences. We have to see that one also. Okay, first you write this one. First you have to write. Okay, and next we have to see the differences between mass and charge. Mass and charge, because you know both are basic properties here. One more property is there: like charges repel each other, unlike charges attract each other. That also you know in basic classes. అది కూడా మీరు ఆ ప్రాపర్టీ కూడా రాసుకున్నాము. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ we have differences here. One is a charge and second one is mass. What is the difference between mass and charge? Mass and charge, that we will see here. First one is, it is an intrinsic property. It is an intrinsic property. It is an intrinsic property. Charge is an intrinsic property. In the same way, mass is also intrinsic property, or it is a fundamental property or intrinsic property. It is an intrinsic property. Both are intrinsic properties of matter. Intrinsic property. Okay, but charges are of two types. One is positive charge and second one is negative charge. We have two types of charges, but mass is always a positive charge. We don't have any charges. Mass, we can say it as a positive charge. And here this charge do not vary with speed. The speed తో charge మారదమ్మా. Whatever may be the speed, the charge does not changes. But whereas mass depends on speed, that we can discuss in special theory of relativity. అందులో మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం రా. ఒకవేళ మాస్ కనుక if it is having a velocity that must be nearly equal to velocity of light, లైట్ వెలాసిటీతో మాస్ కూడా ట్రావెల్ అవుతే అప్పుడు దాని యొక్క మాస్లో వ్యారీ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, దట్స్ వై మాస్ వ్యారీ with speed. That is also we have one more concept here. Mass vary with speed with a vary with speed with m is equal to m naught by root of 1 minus v square by c square. This is one of the formula here where the mass depends on speed. where m naught, what is the meaning of m naught? Rest mass. Okay, suppose if this rest mass moves with a speed that must be equal to nearly equal to velocity of light, then the mass of the body may change. But whereas charge does not vary with speed. There is also one of the concept here we can explain here. Okay, but here you can say that charge exists with mass. Mass ఉంటేనే charge ఉంటుందమ్మా. Okay, means the charge exists only with have a mass, but mass exists without a charge also. అంటే మాస్ ఛార్జ్ లేకున్నా మాస్ ఉంటుంది, కానీ ఇక్కడ మాస్ లేకుంటే మాత్రం ఛార్జ్ అనేది ఉండదమ్మా. దట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రాపర్టీ హియర్. ఓకే, charge cannot exist. Charge cannot exist. Okay, charge cannot exist without mass. Without mass. That is also one of the property here. Difference. But mass can exist. Mass can exist. Mass can exist without charge. Without charge. Even though the body does not have any charge, but it exists. What is example? Example is a neutral body. Okay, a neutral body. A neutral body having mass, but does not have any charge. But here charge cannot exist without mass. Mass lekunda charge anedi undadu. That is also one of the difference. Okay, write it now. It's very important here. Okay, and next we will explain the properties of charges in a quantization of charge. Charge can be conserved, charge can be quantized. Okay, like this we will discuss more concept about charges.